My beloved, before peace descends, there is always noise. Before light shines, darkness trembles. And before silence blossoms, the world must roar. The great battlefield of Kurukshetra now comes alive. Chariots thunder, flags rise high, dust fills the golden sky. Every warrior stands tall, yet beneath that armor, every heart beats with fear, pride, and destiny. And then, the first sound breaks the air. The mighty Bhishma, elder of the Kurus, blows his conch. Its call echoes like a lion's roar, proud, powerful, piercing the heavens. It is the sound of Dharma bound in duty, a man righteous in heart, yet fighting for an unjust cause. My child, how often have you stood where Bhishma stands, knowing what is right, yet walking with what is expected? This is the sorrow of the noble, to carry wisdom in one hand and attachment in the other. And when that conch roars, it does not just call for war. It announces the clash of conscience and ego. It says, I know, but I cannot change. Then, one by one, the others follow. Dronacharya blows his conch, the voice of the teacher, bound not by truth, but by loyalty to the throne. Karna's conch bellows next, the cry of a heart seeking recognition in a world that never accepted him. Ashwatthama, Kripa, Jayadratha, each sound adds to the storm. Listen closely, beloved. This is not just the noise of war. It is the sound of every restless mind. Each conch is an emotion within you: anger, pride, jealousy, insecurity, all announcing themselves before the silence of wisdom can speak. The Pandavas too respond. Their conches sing not of ego, but of courage, faith, and devotion. Their sound is calm yet powerful, for when truth speaks, it does not need to shout. And between these roaring hearts stands one chariot unlike any other, Arjuna's. Golden, radiant, drawn by white horses, guided by the Lord himself, Krishna. When the world is screaming in chaos, Krishna holds the reins. His touch is steady, his gaze serene. He does not hurry, he does not react. He moves with divine stillness, the stillness of one who knows. Arjuna, brave and noble, turns to Krishna and whispers, Madhava, place my chariot between the two armies. Let me see those gathered to fight. And Krishna, with the calmness of 1,000 suns, obeys. He guides the horses slowly forward, the sound of their hooves melting into the wind. There, between both sides, between right and wrong, love and duty, light and shadow, Krishna halts the chariot. Arjuna's eyes wander across the field. He sees his elders, his teachers, his cousins, his friends, each one holding a weapon, each one once a part of his heart. And in that moment, the warrior begins to crumble. The bow in his hand feels heavy, his breath turns shallow, and silence falls within him. My beloved, this is the roar before silence. The noise of ego has done its part. Now, the soul begins to awaken. Every great battle, whether in life or within, begins with noise, with confusion, with fear. But when Krishna takes the reins, you begin to see through the storm. In that silence, the heart learns that not every fight is against others. Some battles are fought to conquer the self. You too have stood between two armies, haven't you? Between what the world wants from you and what your soul quietly calls you to become. When you are torn between duty and truth, between fear and surrender, remember Arjuna and remember who guided him. Krishna does not promise an easy path, but he promises his presence upon it. The conches of life will roar. People will shout their truths. Your own mind will try to drown you in noise. But beneath it all, there is one eternal sound, the silence of Krishna's love, waiting for you to listen. When he takes the reins of your heart, you no longer move from reaction. You move from realization. You no longer fight for victory. You fight for clarity. This is what it means to stand between two armies. Not outside, but within. Where confusion meets surrender, and surrender becomes peace. So, when the noise of the world overwhelms you, close your eyes, my child. Let the conches blow, let the storm rage, and whisper, "Beloved Kanha, hold my reins." Because when Krishna guides your chariot, you may still face battles, but you will walk through them in silence. Not the silence of fear, but the silence of faith. The roar will pass, the silence will remain, and in that silence, you will hear him. If these words reached your heart, it was not chance. Every verse of the Gita is Krishna's whisper to your soul. Stay close, beloved devotee. The battle has just begun, but so has your awakening. This is what Krishna says.